it will take you far. Okay? Use your understanding. When you're taking a look at a situation, when the guy arrives and for one night, because don't talk to him, don't want to do anything. Understand that there might be something behind that. The least you can do is not to talk to him. Right? Allow him to be. If it continues to be every single day, then you have a problem. Mm-hmm. Right? But if you allow him a little bit of room, just give him a bit of room.
Yeah, I just was curious about some clarification between will and understanding, because I know we've been talking about it, but I'm kind of fuzzy on the difference.
There are 12 mind powers that we have, okay? 2 of which, one of them is called will, and the other one is called understanding, and their locations are right here. Okay, understanding at the bottom, will on top. What happens with will is that you physically force things. Okay? You go around and you physically force it. I want that and I will get it any which way I can. Okay? I want you to behave this way and I will do whatever I can to make sure that you behave that way. We do that to our children often. Okay? We go around and we say, I'm going to have to teach him a lesson. I will take this away so that he can understand. When you do something like that, you're breaking somebody's will. You're breaking the child's will. That's basically mental murder, immediately. When that child grows up, there's going to be tons of psychological problems and questions that is behind what has happened. He or she doesn't really know how it was generated because he was not involved in that breaking of the will. Yet, his will was broken in a way because the parent tried to force their opinion on the child without allowing the child to sort of have a little bit of room to move around. We do that to our spouses as well. To our partners, to our life partners, we do that. You do this way or else. Show up at this time or else. Do this or else. We have a lot of or else's.
Do relationships that behave like that really survive?
Say it again.
Do relationships that behave...
Believe it or not, a lot of them keep going.
Wow.
Because they get comfortable within that zone and they think if I move out of this, and I talked about this last night. A lot of people say the devil I know is better than the devil I don't.
Mm. Yeah, I've heard that.
And that will keep you in the rut, constantly not knowing what awaits you. You say, if I get out of this, I don't know where I'm going to end up. At least I know this one.
Well, that's how the relationship with mine and my mother was growing up. Like, she was just so controlling, and like there was no say. Like, I am the boss. When you live under my house, you go by my rules.
You live under my roof. You live by my rules.
She's just like such a drill sergeant. Like, I just call it undercover cop because she'd go into my room and she'd search it every day. So like growing up, like we just started banging heads, and now like then I started like really standing up for myself. I was like, hell no. And now like we really don't even have much of a relationship. Like, I stay in good terms with her just because she's the mother of my other siblings and I go there to visit them a lot, but it's like
she's
between the two of us,
your mother.
She's still the but
I
almost called her a taxi the other day because she said to me, she's
don't do that. They don't like that.
I didn't. But she was saying, don't forget where you came from, and I just questioned, I'm like, where did I come from? Where did I come from? Me and your father. I'm like. You just like, I just said, I was like, we're just not on the same page. I was like, I love you, but, so there's no like,
So when going back to will and understanding, when you use your will, there's a lot of force involved. In life, for the general work that you do, if you do a lot of will, if you use your will a whole lot, you will make a lot of mistakes. Okay? There will be a lot of hurrying into things, and making a lot of mistakes, and a lot of things that you're gonna regret later on. Will carries a lot of regrets with it. When you use your understanding is when you sort of step back and you say, let me analyze this in a different way. Why would make a person behave this way? What would make a person behave this way? Why is it that somebody will do this as opposed to that? How are we different? You talk to yourself and you bring some sense into the whole thing. You don't allow this bully side of you to go and just smash everything and go through, right? Now, people who use their will often, The mind power of will is actually attached to many other mind powers that you have in your body. That's one of the mind powers that rules a whole lot of other mind powers. So you will see people coming up with variety of different physical ailments when they use their mind power of will on demand all the time. Mind power of understanding keeps you safe from disease. Okay? Antonella, you were going to say something.
Actually, my question about that will thing was, I wrote down, why would I want to be with someone that I'm willing to be with me? That's a question in my
You
mind.
wouldn't.
I don't. I have, like, that's like
You
a
would not will
no-brainer for me.
anything into your life, not just the person.
It would be like the equivalent of me, I don't know, imprisoning someone,
Absolutely.
like, in my house.
Absolutely.
And where am I going to get anything out of that? Like, absolutely.
Nothing.
Well, me or the other person is going to get zero.
Absolutely. You're correct.
But I think, you know, when I hear this, I see that I step into that whole will thing, but somehow, some way, I think that question does run through my mind. It's like I'm thinking, is this what I want? Do I want a guy that, like, is this a guy that I really want to be my boyfriend? Is this a guy that I really want to be with? And why am I spelling everything out for this person? Like, why am I doing that?
It's not just why do I really want to be with them. Do I really want to be with them for the rest of my life?
Well, that, but...
You know, because really partnerships are not supposed to be for 2 years and goodbye. It's not a Kardashian wedding.
72 days. 72 days. I was reading about it.
No?
I knew
Did
that.
you hear about Kim Kardashian?
72.
Kim Kardashian getting married
No.
and divorced?
Oh.
Very immediately.
A $10 million wedding, 72 days later. So
72
it
days
was
later.
how many?
It's not about that.
They calculated
We go
how
into
much money per
relationships
day.
in good faith, right? And good faith being that I really like this person, I really love this person, I want to spend time. Hello, man.